And we're back. Yeah, it's been a few months. We know that. It's
Hey,
hey,
hello, hello.
yeah. All
It's Mondays with Melanie.
right, it's Mondays with Melanie again, but it's been a while. It's episode number 247 if you've been following along. It's been a big gap, almost 3 months.
I was going to say how long.
Yeah,
Feels
almost 3
weird.
months.
Feels like we're starting from scratch.
It does, but if you've been following us, you know that we've been doing some of the live shows on Facebook from our kitchen, like the old days.
Mm.
And for those that don't know, Melanie had gone through a double rotator cuff surgery on both shoulders, and so she's been out for quite some time, and little by little been coming back. And this is the first time we had some things we needed to take care of at the studio, and this is our first time back in quite some time. So it's nice to be back, but at the same time, I don't mind doing them in the kitchen. I don't mind that at all.
I kind of like it.
Ki-
I see the cat is still here.
But it's
It's not
dead.
even totally dead.
It's not fully dead, but it's dying.
Mm,
I was
crazy.
I was actually going to prop it up in the corner for you,
Mm-hmm.
but I didn't get a chance to. So yeah. So for those of you who
I
care,
haven't fed
the
it.
cat's dying finally.
Oh my
That cat
gosh.
is from February 1st, and it's still not
Yes.
dead.
No, it's still got air in it. It's
Crazy.
crazy.
Gas. I think it's
Wow.
gas. So
Oh, it's very
anyway,
gassy.
so this is the curly hair Q&A show. For those of you who don't know, and every Monday, every
Used to be
Monday
every Monday.
we bring.
Every Monday for 4 years.
I think more than 4 years actually.
We didn't, I don't think we missed in 4 years.
We didn't miss for a long time, yeah, other than, occasional vacation here and there, not many. But today you ask curly hair questions and we answer them. Primarily Melanie answers them. And we're live streaming every Monday night on the Curly Hair Q&A Show YouTube channel and in numerous Facebook groups where you're possibly watching now. So if you've got questions, and I asked earlier today if you've got questions, post them where you see this post, and I'll be going through as many of them as I can today. So we're gonna start the show though with a little bit of bad news.
Oh,
It's bad news, but it's good news. The bad news is Pee Wee Herman died yesterday.
aw. You must be crushed.
Yes, but you guys should be happy
Why?
because today we're going to do product giveaways, and the questions are going to be all Pee Wee Herman related. And don't Google. You either know this stuff or you don't, because
I don't.
ask Helen. I didn't write any questions down. I'm going to wing them because I know so much Pee Wee Herman stuff.
We're going to fact check you.
Oh, good luck. Because you are not. Nobody's going to beat
You
me
know
at
how
the
weird that is?
Yes,
I would. I don't know if I'd
I do.
admit that.
I do. Yeah, I do. And you know what? And yeah, that may be weird, but I'm going to teach you guys. Yes, I'm going to educate you guys about the impact that Pee Wee Herman had across the entertainment industry that you guys probably don't know. The majority of people don't know. You might know one or two things,
clueless.
but there's some stuff. The effect that he had. I think a lot of you guys are going to go, no way. But he did, and I'm gonna tell you about that. And actually, since you bring
Did
that
he
up,
have
Melanie,
curly hair?
we're gonna start the no, we're gonna start the show with a Pee Wee Herman question, and we're gonna give away. Let's start tonight. We're gonna give away, and again, same rules like we always do. First person we see post the right answer. Don't Google it. If you know it, right, type it in there. Don't Google it, and let somebody who actually knows answer these things. Be fun. That's one of the rules. But we're going to give away an 8-ounce bottle of the Raw Curls Vault Curl Repair Leave-In Spray number 99. That's how we're going to start with. Okay. And here's the question. So,
Pee Wee Herman.
Pee Wee Herman. That's not
Is that
the
the
answer.
answer? Oh,
No.
Jessica plays this game with me. Who sings this song?
Right. No, that's not the answer. So,
Okay.
Pee Wee Herman, movies, television, stand-up comedian, right? People laughed about his TV show Pee Wee's Playhouse. How many Emmys did that show win? 0, 1, 2, or more than 20? And if you guess whatever the number is, type that number in of how many Emmys that show won.
It was a TV show?
It was a Saturday morning TV show.
Huh. I thought
Did it
that
win
was
any
like a
Emmys?
movie.
Was it any good? Let's see. Wasn't any good? And let's see if anybody can get some answers in. And you can keep an eye on those two, Helen, as well. But that's just a start. I have Pee-wee trivia. You guys are gonna. Like I said, I think a lot of you are gonna go, no way, and it's way. I know Pee-wee Herman stuff, but we also know curly hair stuff, and we're going to get into that tonight.
One thing, I think. Two things, maybe.
Two things, maybe. Yeah. But we'll get into it. But I don't know if you'll be able to win. So we'll see who. We'll start with this. So I'm going to make a couple of announcements, and we're just going to go right into questions, and then we'll do some giveaways through it. But it's going to be a question show, and it's going to try not to make it super long. Second big announcement that I wanted to make. A lot of you know that we've been moving one of our fulfillment centers, one of our warehouses for the Raw Curls Vault, RH Organic Skincare, Rawganics Health, Raw Paws. We've been moving that distribution, the retail distribution, which would be like you guys primarily, not the salons and wholesale. I've been moving it to another warehouse in Chicago, Illinois. And while we've been doing that, here's how it benefits you. Not only does it benefit you because you get better shipping times, but where it's really going to benefit you is as we're moving product, we're finding stuff that should either be, let's say, significantly discounted, thrown away, or I don't know what. So we decided that we're going to give some of it away, but a lot of it is going to go through in the next couple of weeks here through our sister group, which is the Curly Girl Method Product Swap Group. Helen, or anybody who's actually listening or watching the live stream, wherever you're watching it, if you've got the link for the Curly Girl Method Product Swap Group, post it in there so people can do that and follow it and join. Because let me tell you, I'm putting some packages together, and actually I've been working on it this afternoon, of stuff with damaged labels, maybe a little damaged bottles, maybe scuffed up, maybe dirty. Maybe it was in a box that was dirty, whatever. And
what do they call it? Scratch and dent.
Scratch and dent. Yeah, I couldn't. Perfect. That's a perfect way to describe it. I've got I'm going to put some packages together, and that's where I'm going to list them. And they're going to be, some of it, you're going to look at it and you're going to be like, what in the world? But that's where it's going to be. And
those are the ones I usually get, like my crushed bottle in the shower.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. We've said that for years, right? Like pretty much everything that Melanie and I use is a scratch and dent, about to expire, maybe expired, right? It's just true. It's just, you'd think that, running a big giant operation like this, that we'd have the best of no. Never. Never, ever.
Just like when you work in the sun, everyone thinks, oh, you must get your hair done all the time. It's like,
Guess who's getting his hair colored tonight after the show? This guy right here. Yeah. And you know where he's getting it? Getting his color done? It's not in the nice big fancy salon we own. Oh, no.
And you're not getting a head massage.
And I'm not getting a head massage. It's probably going to be in the kitchen, or maybe the bathroom, or maybe on the lanai, or maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Dolphins are back, if anybody cares.
Yes.
Which is really great.
It's awesome. Saw them tonight right before I came.
Yeah, every day.
So cool.
They've been there pretty much every day.
Yeah,
every single day.
I love it.
Yeah. So, I mean, since Hurricane Ian, even before that, it just, they had disappeared.
Since the BP spill.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
then we didn't see them.
Yeah, ever since that. So it's been a long time, and then you'd see them once in a great while.
And guess who else is back?
Cardinal?
No.
No.
The big iguana. It spends the entire day under the table where Murphy used to hide. Or, she liked to go and sit down there and watch the fish jump. It's out there. It was out there all day. Big. Oh, I should send a picture because I took pictures. It's huge.
That's another that's another story for another day. But
okay.
Yeah, and for those of you who are watching this and thinking, oh, gee, you just wasted 10 minutes not
Yes.
getting into any questions. There's a reason we do this, and the reason that we do it is to get people to join in, because remember, we're on the East Coast. It's 7:30 our time, but it's it's only 4:30 on the West Coast, so people are just getting off work and just getting home, and we try to take
It's
that
5
into
o'clock somewhere.
yeah. So right, it's 5 o'clock somewhere. So, but anyway, so we're going to get into questions. Helen, anybody got an answer on that question on the Emmys yet? Pee Wee Herman show. Anybody win any? Did he ever win any Emmys? Maybe, maybe not. There's plenty of answers. Who's the first one, and what's the right, and what is it?
Does she know?
She doesn't. Go ahead, Helen. I'm listening. Tell me a couple of the answers, and I'll tell you which one's right. Go on. Talk faster. Dead air sucks. Nope, that's incorrect. 0 is incorrect. Hurry up, Helen. More than 20. Correct. That could be right. I'm not sure, but I know it's more than 20. It's at least 20, 21, I believe.
So whoever said that first.
So whoever said 21 first, you win. Yeah.
Or more than 20.
More than 20. Okay, more than 20. But okay, good. So yeah, 20. Okay, more than 20 Emmys is you can Google it, Helen, if you want while you're sitting there.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's good television. More than 20 Emmys from Saturday morning.
Who's
Kid Star.
watching that?
I was, and so were all my buddies.
Oh my God.
We were in our early 20s,
Mm-hmm.
very early 20s. It was great because it was adult humor, dumbed down for kids. It was great.
Huh.
And I'm going to tell you more about that in a minute.
Okay.
I'm going to tell you more about that in a minute. All right, let's get into some questions for Melanie.
Yes.
All right, Melanie, so what do you do when products stop yielding the desired results? They work perfectly in my hair for about 2 months and then stop giving the same outcome. I also make sure to clarify and detox. I have mixed curl patterns in my head. Some parts it's almost straight to wavy, and others I have tight curls. Low porosity, low density, thin to coily. My hair is so abstract. It only looks good on wash day. What are your thoughts? Got any suggestions? Any help you can give brandists?
Well, I was going to say that usually is a sign of needing to clarify, but they're already doing that. So depending on the products, well, they were happy with the products. So, yeah, sometimes it just takes that reset of clarifying and then, reconditioning and starting fresh. However, it sounds like they're already doing that. And, so maybe, I don't know what products they're using, but maybe they're just continuing to build up on the hair. Because typically, like myself and all my clients that, use exclusively the Raw Curls products don't have that problem. It's always been like a misnomer that, your hair stops responding to a product and then you need to switch. That's not really true. That's a myth. What's happening is there's buildup from cheaper ingredients or things that are coating the hair, and then that's why your products stop working, because they're not able to penetrate and work from the inside rather than just coating the hair. So then maybe they need to clarify more often. Maybe they need to use a better clarifier. And then maybe in that case, they are using a product that they need to, switch if it's something that continues to build up on the hair and cause issues. Otherwise, the only other thing that comes to my mind is sometimes we all get a little sloppy. Product application is key. So having the right cut, having the right products, and the right application are going to give you your best curls. So I went through this with Jessica because her curls were starting to be kind of straight and a little droopy and not as defined. And so we address it. And, we all get in a rush. But sometimes, if you're continuing to have issues, maybe you need to take a step back and really, focus on how you're applying your products and the techniques you're using, because that process is important. You want to make sure that you're getting your products thoroughly, saturated in the hair from root to end, and that you're doing all the right techniques, to give it that definition and volume and, curl and all those things that you're looking for.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, hopefully that helps, Brandis. I think your name is Brandis. I think that's how you pronounce it. So hopefully that helps. So
Sometimes my clients they just forget. It's like they come in for their first curly cut. We go through all this education, and you go home and you get into your own thing, and then you just kind of forget. And I mean, even though they come to me on a regular basis, there's a lot of time in between. And then they'll say, "Oh yeah, I was doing that backwards," or "I forgot that step," or So just kind of recheck your routine.
mm-hmm. Okay. Um, how are your shoulders feeling?
Mm. Well, pretty good. I'm mostly having pain at night, unfortunately, and in the morning. That's when I really seem to feel it the most. Even though I had all that time off, I'm saying I feel much more relaxed, but I'm not exactly rested because I seem to not be able to sleep very well. It's uncomfortable at night. I toss and turn, and it aches, or it just, I have some pain. And then by whatever, 4 in the morning, I finally fall asleep from exhaustion. But all in all, much, much better. And today was actually a really good day. I made huge progress at my physical therapy. I addressed, where it's hurting and when I'm doing, what, because I need to be able to lift my arms, this way. And it just, my left arm's perfect. My right arm we're still working on. So now today they pumped it up a little bit more with the weights and stretching, just trying to push through.
Does it hurt?
No. And then he was taping it a different way. And I said, it really feels like it pulls through that bicep. So he taped that today, and actually feels much better. So I think, I'm gaining the strength and mobility back, and working through that stiffness in my rotator cuff and shoulder part. And now, because of that, well, I had stuff going on in the bicep too, bicep tendonitis. And so it just all tightened up. So now we're trying to stretch that out too. And so we'll see. I was feeling okay, working, doing a couple people a day. And then, of course, last Thursday, I had a 12-hour day, and then I was in pain.
So you're back in the salon?
Yeah, I'm back in the salon. We just started easing into it, a couple people a day. And now I'm going to be going to my modified schedule, for now until I don't know when. I still can't, yeah, I can't work the hours that I was, and back to back clients, like double book, back to back. I have to give myself resting time. I don't recover as quickly. I tire quicker. I'm not used to that. And just because this is like how normal humans work. So
Right.
yeah. But it's going good. Just figuring out what I can and can't do. And, I kind of was bending too much, standing on my platform, thinking, trying to help not lift my arms up as high. And then, that wasn't great for my back. So it's just kind of working out, how to readjust to doing everything, but it's going good. Yeah. So we'll see today. Like I say, I have to get to 160 degrees on my own, lifting my arms straight up in the air, thumbs up, arm to ear, and I was at 158. So he just has to, with my right shoulder, just kind of take it and push it a little bit further, and that feels really good to stretch it, but I just can't quite get there on my own, but I'm almost there. And I'm glad that they started some new things and giving me a little bit more weight. So, I started with like no weight on some of the exercises and 3 pounds. Today they did 5. So, yeah, it's going pretty good. We'll see how I feel tonight.
So you're getting there.
I'm getting there. I think I only have a few more sessions of physical therapy left. So I'm really, and I do my exercises and stretches every day at home, which I think is really helping. So yeah, I'm getting there.
Excellent.
Hmm.
Okay, let's do another curly hair question. And this this is something that everybody across the country is dealing with right now, especially people with curly hair, and it's this hot, humid weather.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Starting tomorrow, it's August, which is known the dog days of summer.
Oh.
Woof, woof.
Huh.
Um,
It's
what
just
is?
starting. It seems like
I
it's.
know it's been horrible down here. Lots of parts of the country, it's been pretty horrible.
Mm-hmm.
What is the Mary would like to know? What is the best way to avoid frizz on hot, humid days? Stay in the house.
Yeah. Don't go outside.
Right. Don't go outside.
Curly hair is always battling frizz, and it's just an ongoing issue. There's no way to completely get rid of it. So first of all, we need to just accept it for what it is. But there are things that can help. There's products like the Raw Curls has the anti-frizz spray. Make sure that you're using, moisturizing conditioners and maybe doing a conditioning treatment. For me, yeah, when you're out in the humidity, like here it's probably 500% humidity, and the wind is blowing. For me, that holy grail product is the anti-frizz spray because it reactivates, so I can
Who's?
the Raw Curls.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So when if I don't have some on me, which I always don't, I can literally just take my hands and run it over my hair to reactivate some of those anti-frizz molecules. So lots of different lines have their own leave-in conditioning sprays and those kinds of things. But really, those are the best things that we can do to try to battle it. I like a little bit of pomade as a final finish because, that has a little bit of a hold factor to it. So that helps to hold some of those hairs down that want to spring up.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Hopefully that helps, Mary. Let's do another Pee Wee Herman giveaway.
Ooh.
All right. Okay. Here's the next question. So between the TV show Pee Wee's Playhouse and his series of movies, Pee Wee's Big Adventure, Big Top Pee Wee, blah blah blah. Right?
You didn't say what you're giving away.
I'm going to give away. This is a bottle of Bouclame Curl Cream. I'm not sure what size is that. Is that 10
it
ounce?
looks like
what is
more. Yeah, it's either.
it? I can't tell.
Does it say? It doesn't even say. Oh, 10.1 ounces.
Yeah, so 10-ounce bottle of Bouclame.
It's a pretty bottle.
It's a pretty bottle. Curl Cream. There it is. We're going to give that away. So, and here's your question. Through the TV shows and the movies, Pee Wee launched the careers of some people that became very successful over time, and including a number of Oscar winners. People don't know this. Well, you know this because I told you this the other day, right? Okay.
No, you didn't.
Okay. Well, yeah, we did. We talked about this. Anyway, one of the careers that Pee Wee started was a actor on Pee Wee's Playhouse, and he won an Oscar. And I'm going to give you one big hint, but I want his name, his real name, and he was a reoccurring character, a regular reoccurring character during the course of the show. He won an Oscar. I want his character name, and I want his real name. And I'm going to give you a big hint. We just watched a movie that came out this past March. Melanie and I just watched it, and he was one of the stars in it.
Well, that's not a hint for everybody else.
And his co-star in that movie was Keanu Reeves. Let's see who knows. Let's see who knows their Pee Wee. And so we're going to get even deeper. You think that's not a tough question. I have tougher questions that people are going to be like, wow. Anyway, let's see who knows who the first Oscar winner was. That Pee Wee Herman launched his career. It's actually a funny character. Anyway, it's funny. All right, okay. Melanie, here, let's go on to the next question. Keep an eye out for the right answer, Helen.
She doesn't know the answers. You didn't
She
give
can
her
Google.
the answers.
She can Google them. Nobody else can. You either know it or you don't. Let's see. Brenda has a question for you, Melanie. I've always had naturally curly hair. A few years... What's that, Helen? Helen? Are you talking to me?
I don't. Go on.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, you can interrupt me when I'm
Okay, go on.
doing a question with Melanie. Okay, Melanie. I've always had naturally curly hair. A few years ago, my hair fell out in one spot from stress. I got 10 steroid shots in my head to get it to grow back. It's all flat and straight in back now and curly everywhere else. Is there anything I can do? It looks stupid.
Mm.
Melanie is a certified trichologist, so she might have an answer, maybe.
No, not really. Unfortunately, I don't because, just hopefully that hair will, the curl will come back. But, um, it sounds the shape of the hair is due to the shape of the follicle. So,
Yeah, that's kind of odd that,
hmm
because the follicle you would think wouldn't change.
yeah.
Even with a steroid,
I,
10 steroid shots, that's a lot.
yeah, I don't know. So maybe something happened there, to affect the nerves or something to change the shape of the follicle. I haven't really heard of that happening. People's hair does change from like hormones and stuff that also, affect it, whether, it goes straight, from chemo or curly from chemo or, it falls out and it grows back differently. So hopefully it's just one of those scenarios where it's just going to change back over time. Hair grows only half inch a month, so it could take a while. I've had clients where they seem to have a seasonal alopecia, so I don't know if there's some kind of trigger that stresses them out every time, that same time of year, and their hair falls out and then it grows back in. And, so sometimes it has a different texture, but then it seems to fall back into its regular pattern. Other than, you'd have to manually curl it, by putting either a curler in there or a curling iron or something, which is, it sounds like it's going to be a little tough because it's in the back of your head. But, um, you know, that there's really nothing else that you can do to change the hair. So hopefully, like I say, it will just change over time and go back to what it was. But yeah, that is interesting.
Okay. Well, hopefully that helps, even though that's a tough one.
Yeah, well, it's in the back at least.
Yeah.
You don't have to look at it constantly.
Okay. Dawn has one of Melanie's favorite questions of all time. How do I know whether I need to add moisture or protein?
Mm. So, moisture is to obviously moisturize the hair, and protein is to strengthen the hair. There are tests to see, whether your hair needs protein or moisture. The stretch test, there's different ways to go about that. There's a float test. Um, I came up with a really easy way because this became like a big topic for a while. Like everybody was obsessed whether they're
Protein. I'm over protein. Right.
yeah, or whether they had high density hair or low density or porosity hair. Sorry,
Mm-hmm.
they were obsessed with the whole porosity
Obsessed.
thing. Yeah.
It was everywhere.
Yeah. And I realized one day doing all this curly hair, and I think a lot of people I can like super simplify it because most everybody that has curly hair could relate to this. Um, because we always say to leave the hair really wet after you shower. So when you get out and after you put your styling products in, if you have not, squeezed any of that water out, and then it's usually dripping, but then by the time you put your products in, at that time flip the head over and scrunch. So is your hair dripping or is it not dripping? So it's like super simple because if it's dripping, that means that it is low porosity because it doesn't need any more water. It doesn't need, so it just runs off. Think of it like a sponge. Once it's full, it's full. So it can't absorb any more water or any more moisture. If it is not dripping, that means you have more high porosity hair because it's soaking that water and moisture in. And that goes along with, do you need protein or moisture? Usually it's a mix of both. And if somebody's just doing moisture, 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 and their hair is still like always dry and frizzy and, dull, then sometimes you need to do a little bit of protein because that helps to, you know, it helps to control frizz too because your hair is made of protein and moisture. So if it's, it's kind of like balancing out hormones. So if you're lacking something, your hair is going to be off. And so you need to adjust. You may not need protein as often or as much, but once in a while you do. And that, so you kind of got to add, adjust your routine or your system. But again, protein is strengthening. So if your hair is, really fragile, dry, breaking, weak, damaged, you definitely need more protein. People with finer hair, just the really slight wavies, again, the low porosities benefit more from protein. The high porosities and the drier, tighter curls definitely benefit from more moisture.
Okay. And you know what? There's another product that people are going to go crazy about, just like the whole moisture protein topic.
Mm.
And it's available at Sam's Club. Would you like to talk about that, Melanie?
All
curly girls are going to love this. Well, most.
That.
Mm-hmm. That.
Well, this is a definitely do not do.
This is the best $4 you can spend.
No, don't do it.
Don't do it.
This is a do not do. There's two of them I'm going to share with you. Absolutely don't buy this. Oh my gosh.
The beer cheese flavored popcorn from it's a new
Sam's
product
Club.
at Sam's Club.
We happened to just grab
my.
one.
Oh my.
And I opened it up last night just to taste it. Well, there's like only a little bit left in the bag.
I thought it was going to be.
We had to like pry it out of our hands.
Yes. You know how it is? Like I saw the bag and I thought, oh, it's going to be like overpowered cheese. It's going to be really salty. And
beer. And let me just tell you,
right?
I hate beer. I can't stand it. I can't
Mm-hmm.
stand the smell of it, the taste of it. So I thought, oh, this is going to be bad. But
It
oh
was
my
$4
gosh.
for a big bag.
So good.
It
It's
is
so
so
good.
good.
It's
It's
so
the best.
different, but it
And
doesn't
the balance
taste.
is perfect.
Yeah, it doesn't taste like beer. I don't know how to describe it, but don't do it if you don't want to be addicted. Because oh my God, Ken already went and got another
I went
bag.
back and bought another bag today. And as I was walking out, there's the same guy that always checks your receipt, whatever. And he said to me, he saw me with it, and he said, everybody who's bought this has said it's amazing. And I said, because it is.
It's crazy. You can't. It even says on here, like at the very end in the back, good luck stopping at just one handful.
It's no kidding.
That's for sure.
So anyway, the
That's
beer
my
cheese
snack size
flavored
bag.
popcorn at Sam's Club.
Okay.
You'll see it.
Yeah. The
Anyway.
other do not absolutely do not buy the Reese's Pieces animal crackers. Oh my God.
They're too expensive.
Too expensive, but you can't stop it.
$4 for a bag
Was
the
it
size of a
$4?
baggie
Yeah.
was $3.99. That's $4.
Ooh, that was at the gas station. I went all the way to Costco today looking for a bigger bag.
Just don't.
Don't do
Don't.
it. I'm telling you, don't, because you'll be addicted instantly. Oh my gosh, they're so good.
Yeah. Joanne Curtis, you are correct. Cowboy Curtis, and that is Lawrence Fishburne. See, I'll bet you guys didn't know that. Lawrence
I don't even know who those
Fishburne
people are.
Was Cowboy Curtis. He's the big fat black guy in the John Wick movies.
Oh,
The guy who lives in the sewers.
He plays the.
I can't think of the name. The character
The
name.
king.
The king. Yeah. Long live the king, right?
Oh, okay.
Yep. He's an Oscar winner.
Wow.
He's a Shakespearean actor, and he got his start from Pee Wee Herman. He hired him
That's crazy.
to play a cowboy on a kids show in the morning.
Scary.
I'm telling you, he started so many careers. Here's your next question. And let's just do some questions. Maybe I won't give away any gifts and whatever. Here's another fun fact about Pee Wee Herman. One of the first movies, there's so many. There's so many in the Pee Wee Herman, Pee Wee's Big Adventure movie. Pee Wee hired a bunch of people that were first time, whatever, actors and people who hadn't gotten their break yet, right? Pee Wee wrote Pee Wee's Big Adventure with one of his good stand up comedian friends at the time, who was tragically murdered not long after that. Name that comedian.
Why do they call him Pee Wee Herman anyway?
He made that character when he was a stand up comic.
Pee Wee Herman? What's his
Paul
real
Rubens.
name?
Paul Rubens. He made that character.
It's weird.
And he turned it into a thing. It just worked. It just worked.
Oh, God.
It's a great character. If you watch it enough and you catch that,
And you won't go see the Barbie movie, but
No.
oh my God.
because Pee Wee was a genius. You say what you will about him when you watch it.
Wasn't he
So anyway, so that's a good one. So name that. Here's another one. In the Pee Wee's Big Adventure movie, if you watch this show long enough, I'll make passing comments all the time that are lines from the movies or show. I'll bet you some of you catch them and a lot of you don't. But
everyone's got a big butt.
right. Tell me about your big butt, Simone. I mean, it's just great stuff. But anyway, here's another interest. This is a really fun fact, probably for if you're a '90s kid, or a early 2000s kid, that you'll get a kick out of this. So, Pee Wee's, and I put this in quotation marks, Pee Wee's love interest wasn't really a love interest because he was, I can't think of what they call him in the movie, but not ambidextrous. But anyway.
Ambidextrous.
Not that. I can't think of what it's called. But anyway, was a character, a woman, in that movie, and her character name was Dottie. That was one of Dottie's first acting gigs, but Dottie was famous before that. What was she famous for? Let's see who knows their Pee Wee. What was she famous for, and what was her name? Because it's not the same as the credit in the movie. It's not. It's a different. But she was famous for something else.
I don't know, but Dottie's a cute dog name.
Yes, Dottie's a cute dog name.
Cute dog name.
And for bonus points, this is where we get into the 90s baby thing or 2000 babies things. Dottie became very successful and made a crap ton of money. How? How did she do it?
That's two questions.
It is. That's a bonus point.
Oh.
And the how. And I'll give you a
You get a
hint.
bag full
I'll give you a hint.
You get a bag of popcorn.
It rhymes with our last name.
Oh.
That's a good hint. Let's see who gets it. Let's see who knows their Pee Wee. But see, Pee Wee gave a lot of people their big breaks, and she was one of them.
More questions.
More questions. Let's get into some more questions. All righty. Curly hair questions we have plenty of today. Okay, let's see. Bear with me. I have to search. Oh, boy. Okay. Here's another fun one for you, Melanie. This is from Jan. My hair has gotten dry in my old age. I have bought every product over the years, and I could open up my own hair product store. Well, so could we. Anyway, nothing ever seems to work the way they advertise. Oh, you haven't tried? Things we make. Trulux is my latest purchase, and I was so disappointed. It's a 10 is good. Wow is good. I need more. Let's see. I have to add some words here. When I wash my hair, it takes 4 hours to dry, and when I walk outside, it's a mess. Even with tons of mousse and hairspray. I live in Florida, so do we. Maybe I should move. So should we. I should have read that before I said it. Anyway, so you got any thoughts, any suggestions for Jan from Florida, whose hair is a mess?
Yeah. It would be good to see it, but a lot of times, even though she's trying all these different products, I feel like just from the things you listed off, she's not trying, using the right products for her hair. If you're having issues with, frizz and fly away and, not having definition. It's a mess. Mousse is not your answer. Mousse is going to be the lightest styling product you can use. You want to use a gel, and even a firm gel at that. You're going to get your most definition and hold and control from, gels. So, it just sounds like, people kind of grasp at, they just don't, they're lost. They don't know what products are good for their hair. So I would seek out, a curly hair specialist that you can maybe, or I don't know if you're part of the curly group that we, started. So we're supposed to be, doing like a, what do you call it? Online group
What?
video
Oh, in the Our
coaching.
Curl Club group.
Yeah,
Yeah, if you
in the
join
curl
the
club.
Our Curl Club, yeah, you'll get one-on-one.
Yeah. So, but anyway, somebody that it sounds like you need help, recommending what products would be good for your hair specifically because yeah, and I find that a lot of times, unfortunately I have clients, that they're just not willing to use different things, they don't want they just are adamant about not wanting to use a gel or, a cream or something. They don't really want products in their hair. Then it's not going to help. You gotta, if you want control and definition and, your curls to look good, sometimes you gotta use something a little bit stronger. Doesn't mean it has to be hard and crunchy. Um, but yeah, mousse is probably not the right answer. So I would seek out some professional guidance.
Hmm. And you can get that if you go to ourcurlclub.com. You can join and you can set up some time for Melanie to take a look at your hair and guide you through it just by joining ourcurlclub.com. So we have a bottle here of um, ABBA Moisture Shampoo. What size is that? Can you read it? I can't.
8 ounces.
8 ounces? Okay. I can't. Oh, I can see it now. It's an 8 ounce bottle of that for whoever, if anybody, gets the answer of who wrote Pee Wee's Big Adventure, who is now passed away, brutally murdered, with Pee Wee Herman. You get to win that. And here we're going to do another question quick, and then I'll probably stop with the Pee Wee stuff because I'm making my point. The guy was a legend and owed his career to a lot. So a lot of people owed their careers to him. So anyway, I've got a couple of these older bottles. Well, they're not expired yet, I don't believe. Diva Curl No Poo Original and a Diva Curl One Condition Original 12-ounce bottles. They've been sitting on the shelf for a while, but they're not expired yet, but they're the old packaging. Anyway, I'll give away this package for whoever gets this Pee Wee answer.
I thought, what were you giving away for the bonus question? Or is that the bonus?
That was just a bonus. There's no extra.
Oh.
I could give something. Maybe I'll throw something in a box. We'll see. We'll see if anybody gets it. So here's the next Pee Wee question. This is a tough one. One of the most, and it's not even arguably, one of the most iconic movies of the 20th century is a movie called American Graffiti that came out in, I believe, 1972. There were many big stars' careers that were launched because of that, including the director, who was the director of Star Wars. Forgot his name. Anyway, he directed Star Wars, wrote and directed Star Wars after that. But there were a number of big stars in that very low budget movie, American Graffiti, including Richie Cunningham, which is
Ron Howard.
Ron Howard. I call him Richie Cunningham. Sorry, I'm a 70s kid. Yeah, Ron Howard, Cindy Williams, Candy Clark, what's the Charles whatever, I can't think of it. Suzanne Summers. There were lots of big names in there. Bo, whatever, can't remember. But anyway, lots and lots of Richard Dreyfuss, lots of Oscar winners and just big time stars came out of that low buck movie. There was also an actress in that movie who had a pretty prominent role. And that actress got that break, but that wasn't her big break. Her big break was with Pee Wee Herman on the Pee Wee Herman morning show, Pee Wee's Playhouse.
Does she have curly hair?
No. Yes. No. Not really. Flat ironed.
Oh.
So here's what I want to know. Let's see who knows. What was her name? What was her character name in American Graffiti? Who'd she play? And what was her character name in Pee-wee's Playhouse? It's I'm telling you, he launched a lot of people's careers who went on to big, long careers. That's pretty crazy. Let's see who knows that. Right?
Okay.
Anyway, I'm not giving any more hints. And if you don't want to win the Diva Curl stuff, if you're like, don't give me that stuff, I'll give you something else. Let me pick, right? I don't know about any of this other stuff. I really
these are all
don't.
decent products. I mean, that's a decent curl cream.
It's not cheap. I know that.
It's not. Yeah, I had a client who really she liked that brand. And this is a very clean, very minimal ingredient product. Very
moisture shampoo.
Yeah, it's gentle. So yeah, and well, Diva's Diva, but yeah, none of these are bad.
Okay, good. All right, let's see what else I got. Okay. Donna wants to know, can the Raw Curls Vault Deep Conditioner number 019 be used as a regular conditioner? If you use less, can you do it? What do you think about deep conditioners as a regular conditioner in general? What do you think?
That's the deep conditioner she's
the
asking.
Raw Curls Vault one, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I have clients that like to do that, depending on their hair type. Sometimes they even use the conditioning treatment as a regular conditioner. And because a lot of times, people with really thick, tight, coarse curls are not washing it that often. So, yeah, it's not gonna hurt it. So, there's no problem there. If you really like it and you want to use it all the time, that's fine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think so too. You just use less. Some people will add water to it when they use it. I don't know if that's, what do you think on that?
I mean, you're just diluting it and, putting, the water into your hair, but that's diluting the product. So, if it works for you, that's fine, but don't add it to the bottle.
Yeah, don't add it to the bottle. That's a big, big no-no.
Yeah, because that water has bacteria in it, and that's how you get problems and spoils the product.
And that's any product. Don't do it.
Well, especially ours because we don't have, chemical hard preservatives.
Carla K., you are correct. Phil Hartman was the co-writer, and he was murdered by his wife, right? Who was on drugs. Yeah,
his wife was on drugs?
Yeah, she shot him a couple of times. And
Crazy.
yes, Joanne Curtis. Did you actually get? Hold on, I got to see. Because you did get. Do you know her name? Okay, so his love interest, yes, Joanne, you are correct. She voiced Tommy Pickles in Rugrats.
I was going to say Pickles, but I didn't.
Yes, Tommy Pickles rhymes with Nichols. Anyway, that's where she made a ton of money. And what's funny is I actually saw her do this. It was hilarious. So back during the time of all those Rugrats movies, I saw her sitting on a park bench with somebody, right? She was like sitting on a park bench with somebody, and it was in an area like a kid's play area. And she's just sitting there, and the kids are playing around, and these kids are like, coming or like kind of walking past her to go play, and she starts talking like Tommy Pickles, and they stop dead in their tracks.
Oh my gosh.
And turn and look and she's like said something to him like, do you know who that is? And the one little kid said, you're Tommy Pickles. It was hilarious.
That's funny.
Oh my God, I laughed. But anyway, so yeah. Yeah, and I get, and there are two right answers to that question. She was a musician, a singer, a good one, and she went by Elizabeth Daly or E.G. Daly. See,
okay.
But so she actually had a career before that, went into acting, and that's where she really blew up as a voiceover actress.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I mean, it's this is I'll bet there's a lot of tributes out there today to him.
How old was he?
70. Did that guy? I said to Helen, I'm like, did he look 70? She's like, no.
Yeah.
You
Well,
look like
I don't
40.
know. I mean, I
You
haven't
look,
seen them.
you look like 30.
I don't know.
Anyway, yes, you're right, Elizabeth Daly, yeah, or E.G. Daly. I would have took either one, but
Hmm.
anyway, yeah, she actually had a dance club record that I remember.
Mm.
You want my love?
Are there any
say
more
it.
questions?
I'm looking for questions. If you've got curly hair questions, remember, get them in now, or otherwise we're gonna.
Did anyone ever post
We're gonna
anything
leave.
about what was happening with the Redken color?
Okay.
I meant to try to, look into that, and I didn't.
Chromatics
Yeah.
gone.
Oh.
But I don't know what
Okay.
else. Yeah, but I don't know what else. But there's been a lot of discussion. But
That's just their
okay.
non-ammonia line, which,
Yeah.
that's a bummer for curly hair
Well,
people and
yeah.
whatever. But from what I was hearing, that's not, a lot of the lines like Matrix got rid of theirs.
Yeah.
So, well, they're all owned by the same company, so
Right.
that would make sense.
So if they get rid of one, they get rid of them all, right? There may be more to that. I can say this because this is our group and it's podcasts and it's private group, so I can say this. But there's a lot for those of you who are professionals primarily and are in some of those big professional hairstylist Facebook groups. They're run by people who have a financial interest in some of these large companies, like their stage stylists or stage artists and stuff like that. And a lot of those discussions get deleted, like in our groups, unless you're nasty or make some kind of personal attack or whatever, I leave your stuff up.
That's why I wanted to
know,
show
but
you.
they
I'm
don't.
so
They
bummed
don't.
that I can't find that post from Tony Robbins and Dean Grazzi. I've got to. I have to show you that because that's why they had all these rules and it was like no nasty comments, no attacking other people.
Yeah.
It was just like all the things.
Yep.
And I wanted you to see that, not,
Yeah.
because it's obviously an issue in every group.
Yeah, we've been talking a lot about this lately.
But anyway, I'll try
societal changes
maybe
and-
on my emails or something. I don't know. I'll have to look tonight.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Let's do one more Pee Wee Herman question.
I thought we were done with Pee Wee
Let's
Herman.
do one more. Let's see who knows their Pee Wee. There's
Nobody
like three people
knows
that know their
Pee-wee.
Pee Wee. There's
Nobody
like
cares.
3 people. Here we go. Yeah, and then we got like 3 more questions to get through at least. Well,
Well,
probably
then
3.
do
here
hair
we go.
questions.
Okay, if you have curly hair and it looks like crap, who on Pee Wee's Playhouse would you ask to fix it? That's a great question. If you were on Pee Wee's Playhouse and you had curly hair and it looked like crap, who would you ask to fix it?
I don't know.
It ain't the king of cartoons, and it ain't Cherry.
It's not me
Anyway,
because I'm not on
let's
there.
go on. Well, it could be the king of cartoons. Anyway, all right. Okay, Melanie. The longer my hair gets, the ends become frizzy, and it looks like I have an afro going on. My hair is between wavy and curly. I only use sulfate-free products, which work great with my hair type. What do you suggest? Any tips? That's from Nikki.
Well, it sounds like she may need a haircut, and that's probably not the answer she wants to hear because people with long hair are very attached and they hate, especially with curly, but hers doesn't sound like it's really tight. They hate getting their hair cut, but yeah,
They don't want to lose that.
they don't want to
length.
lose that length. Yeah, but a lot of times that is the answer. So, it does help. It really helps your hair to stay, in good condition and get good curl definition and all the things and control. Those are probably just split ends, so sometimes
So
you
you
just
think
need
that
to
would
cut
help
it.
a real curly cut by a real curl specialist?
And, I mean, the more often you get it cut and stay on top of that, the less you're going to have to cut. It's not as traumatic. But people that don't get their hair cut because they want to, have it longer and they let go for like a year or even more, then those split ends travel up and then you end up cutting more hair all at once. So I recommend staying on top of it and just, cleaning it up on a regular basis.
Yeah, try that. See how that works out. Carla K, you only got half that question right about the star co-star from American Graffiti, who was also a star in Pee Wee's Playhouse. You only got one character. What character did she play in American Graffiti? I could give you a hint.
I'm going, and I'm going to add another suggestion to the person who just asked that question too. Another thing that I can think of with long hair, because I know this has happened to me. Again, going back to product application, because if your hair is really long, if you're applying your, let's say, gel or whatever your styling product is from roots to end, sometimes by the time you get down to the ends, you're probably run out of products. So you tend to not coat them as much. So, again, be diligent about, product application, making sure you have enough from root to end. And then two, because, if you are someone that takes the towel, like the flour sack towel or the microfiber towel like we do, and scrunch it, again, you're, removing more from those ends. So it's important to make sure that you get enough applied all the way through the bottom, because I know, I mean, I've had that happen too, where I'm in a rush or whatever happens and I end up having a nice curl from here to here, and then all of a sudden it's straighter on the bottom. So I know from experience, that can happen.
Okay. All right, let's see what else we've got here. Just getting ready to wrap up a couple more questions. All right. Hold on a second. This is from Jennifer. I have extremely dry hair at the crown and back of my hair. I've tried many leave-in conditioners, but have trouble getting slip in that area of my hair. That area also has a lot of frizz. Fine, low porosity, wavy. Any suggestions?
That's interesting. Fine.
I think it's really interesting we got so many questions today.
Fine, low porosity, wavy. And she's saying it's super dry. And what was the other term she used? Was it?
She said the area's it's got trouble getting slip. Yeah, it's extremely dry at the crown and the back, and a lot of frizz.
That's what I thought she said.
Fine,
Frizz.
low porosity, wavy.
Huh. You can get into trying to use a different conditioner in that area than you use everywhere else, because if she has that kind of hair, she's probably using something lighter to condition her hair, and maybe, you can have two different conditioners so that you can apply something that is a little more moisturizing in that part that's dry. I had a client who was struggling with that, and, that is an area that definitely gets more, what do I want to say? Like when you stand in the shower, it's like a direct hit to that area. I feel like it's getting, more saturation from the shower. It's like more, whatever, not tension. What's the word? Friction, from the water hitting you there. It could, our water right now has so much chlorine in it, it may help to use a shower filter or something like that. But also just make sure, try maybe using like something more moisturizing in those areas that are extra dry, either, a conditioner in the shower, or that type of hair. I don't usually use a styling cream or a curl cream, but, maybe a tiny little bit just in that area, since, that's causing a problem.
Okay. Okay. Hopefully that helps. So where did the fortune teller tell Pee Wee he'd find his bike?
I don't know.
Let's see who knows.
That's another question. You said we were done.
Deep in the heart of Texas. Yep. Let's see who knows.
Oh
Anyway.
my gosh.
All right. My father says everything's negotiable. So maybe we can negotiate one more question.
Mm-hmm.
I know you are, but what am I? Oh my God. I think we're out of
Glad
questions.
you're entertaining yourself.
I am. I'm sad. Carla, you are correct. Bobby. Her name was Bobby, Miss Yvonne. She was Miss Yvonne. And
Miss
she taught ladies how to
Yvonne
be
or
like
Miss Yvonne?
Miss Yvonne. She she taught young ladies how to be young ladies. And how to be treated like
so
a young
she's
lady.
the one who you would want to do your hair?
No.
Oh,
well,
I
let's
don't know
see who
what
got
question
that.
we're on.
If you had, Let's see. Let's see if anybody's got it. It's been a long
What was
day.
that? What was that?
So the question was, if you were on Pee Wee's Playhouse and your curls look like hell, who would you go to fix them? And
Yeah.
if nobody gets it, I'm going to give that answer. No,
What was the
I don't
last
think-
answer to?
That's the one we need an answer. You want that? Oh, the where the bike was?
No.
God,
Oh,
Carla,
you don't even know.
this stuff. Carla knows her Pee Wee.
Mm,
Yep, the Alamo in the basement.
I knew that one.
And what was the problem? There was no basement at the Alamo. Right? Francis.
I
had
wasn't into
stolen.
it.
Francis. Good for you and your father. Anyway. Oh, so what was the last question? Or what was the last thing? Who, if you had, I can't believe, Joanne and Carla, you guys got all these other ones. I can't believe, if you're in Pee Wee's Playhouse and your curls look like crap, who would you go to fix them? And the answer is, should I give the answer? It's Jambi.
Who's that?
He gives you a wish. Wish? Did someone say wish? I wish my curls look better.
Oh, God.
Wish.
Whatever.
Did someone say wish? He grants wishes.
Okay.
Long live Jambi. Anyway, all right, let's wrap this. Let's wrap this up. Let's wrap this thing up. So anyway, all right, thanks for joining us tonight. Hopefully we got to your question. If I think I got them all. I think I got every single question that I saw. If you want a prize or something, just make a note or send me a message or something so I don't forget. And I just hope you guys had fun. And rest in peace, Pee Wee.
God.
I don't know what else to say. Notice we could have went way deeper in the trivia and we're
Thank
not.
God.
So anyway, all right. So we're gonna wrap this up. I'm gonna go home, run through the shower, and I'm gonna eat a bag of whatever's left of the beer cheese popcorn.
Unless I already ate it.
Unless you already ate it. All right. We'll see you later. You want to send us off, Melanie?
Yes. Well, I hope you all have a great curly week. And me too, working on curls back in the raw hair salon.
See you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.